Hey YouTube, how's it going? Back this year with some more gardening videos here in Zone 5 in Northern Illinois. So this was a real pleasant surprise. This is a peach tree, and this peach tree was found growing wild here on the in my backyard on the property. And today is supposed to be the last day where it's going to get really cold, so we are getting everything ready for planting for the spring. So compost box is still there, and that's doing well. In here we have a mint that I rescued out of one of the beds. We don't want it to take over the entire bed, of course. And you may remember the strawberry plants from last year. Those are coming back all on their own. One thing that's really nice, this right here is bee balm, and that attracts, bees, pollinators to the yard. We've gotten the beds fertilized, and we're going to be adding some peat moss at some point. The asparagus is coming back in really, really nicely, as you can see. And we've also had onions come back from last year. I thought we were going to have to replant these, but no, they came back all on their own. This hole here next to the fence, that's where I dug up that peach tree from. And I also took a cutting from it. Yeah, weeds have definitely really overgrown this area of the garden. And we also have whatever these purple flowers are, they are starting to show up everywhere. And I think that's onions, not 100% sure. You can see here's all the debris of last year's tomato plants and cucumbers and things of that nature. And this bed's already nice and mulched. I think we still need to add some soil amendments, probably some of that mulch we've been working on. And you can see these purple flowers are everywhere. I haven't identified them yet. Probably going to do that after I make the video. We've got a lot more of them over here. These are going to just get, these are honestly probably going to get mowed over. They're definitely not the same as this here. These are just weeds. I'm not sure what they are. Just your typical Northern Illinois prickly weed plant that just really doesn't do anything useful. And over here we've got some daylilies coming back. We moved most of those to the front yard, but not all of them, because there were so many. We just got tired. So not 100% sure what all these are, but it's way too close to the cement. So whatever they are, they're going to have to come out. I'm letting them grow a little bit to see if I can better identify them. Because, if they're also peaches, I'm saving them. Because peach trees are expensive. Last year I spent, I don't know, probably $150 on trees. And some more daylilies over here by the pool pump. And then we've got this whole area right here, which we haven't done anything yet. I'm probably going to see if I can get more free mulch and dirt like we did last year. And if we do, then I'm going to fill that whole thing in and hopefully plant more stuff. A lot more corn. The corn was so good last year. This, believe it or not, is a rose bush. We really probably didn't trim back as much as we probably should have. It's also in a terrible location. I really don't necessarily want it here, but roses are kind of like weeds too. Like once it's firmly established, it's not the easiest thing in the world to get rid of. And so the real star of the show, of course, here are the existing peach and plum trees, which, as you can see, are just looking absolutely beautiful. And we paid, I don't know, a little over $30 for each one of these trees, which is not a bad deal, but finding one growing in your yard for free, definitely much better. Had some basil still in the ground here from last year. I didn't expect that to last as long as it did. So I'm gonna have to pull that up, and I'll probably plant some more basil in here because it worked out really well. These flowers are just beautiful. And this one I'm not 100% sure. I don't think it's doing as well as the other two, but whatever. It's growing, it's green, it's flowering. That's what's the most important. This is the newest, greenest of the trees. And as you can see, it's got some little tiny flowers going, but not a whole lot. And this bed we haven't done anything with yet because we're going to probably move it this year. Having this over here hasn't really worked out for us very well. And as you can see, there's lots of, cardboard still around from when we tried to kill all the grass right here last year so that nothing competed with the plants in here for nutrients. So we still got to clean this up. We're going to clean it up. We're going to move the bed. And then I think this space is big enough. I might actually put one of those peaches just right here. I mean, why not? Might as well. And then I haven't opened the pool yet because it's still too cold for that, but still got that. And then this over here is another rose. And I have kind of let this grow wild, and that's intentional. I really like the roses that come off of this bush, but again, it's in a terrible spot. But having learned a little bit today about how to properly take cuttings and root things, I'm going to let this grow out real big again one more year, and then from there I'm going to hopefully take cuttings and make several rose bushes out of it. I really love roses, and I'd like to line the front of the house with them if I can. So that's pretty much it. The sunroom is completely trashed. It was a bad winter, but this here is, as I said, that's the cutting I took. So that's kind of the nickel tour for now, and we're gonna be having some fun this year in the garden, and it all starts basically now. So please like and subscribe if you're interested in our little permaculture home garden. We're trying to make our garden more sustainable and show people how, even with as small a yard as this, and I realize it's not really that small, but still, even with a yard only this size, you can create your own living food forest at home. So like, subscribe, hit that bell to make sure you get notifications, and I'll see you guys in the next one.